Okay, this video will probably be pretty short because I only have 4 items that don't fall into any of the other categories. These are neither crown journals nor travel journals. So I mentioned before that I did the project that Treasure Books talked about in her last, or not this past video, but a 2 weeks ago video about using up your cereal box stash. I actually don't have a cereal box stash. I have a cardboard stash. So I used the corrugated boxes that I have lots and lots and lots of for this instead of cereal boxes. So I wanted to show that. And these are, I'll do these first though, because these are smaller. I had offcuts. I think I showed in a previous video where I used offcuts on black construction paper to make a journal. And I had more offcuts that were just happened to be pink. So I took these offcuts, I just put them on regular black 20 pound. I think it's the base weight for normal printer paper, but this isn't printer paper, of course, because it's black. So I think this is just regular 20-pound paper. So I took the offcuts and stuck them on there's this is out of pink glitter scrapbook paper, and taped them down. I think I glued them down, then I taped over them to kind of give it a taped up, well, to give it a I'm not sure what effect if there's a word for the effect that I was going with, but to give it kind of like a rough and ready, makeshift kind of feel. So I just made the tape obvious and put it like kind of sideways, on all 3 of them. So, this one says journey, this one says moments, and this one says every day. And this is from the Sizzix Tim Holtz handwriting, travel set. I don't remember. There are 3 or 4 different ones that he does that are handwriting, but I didn't get all of them. I think I got the ones that were either journey. I think I got journey, which says journey, or travel. One of those 2. I'm not sure which, but that's what these are. So the covers are really just plain black paper with this actually taped to the front with a yarn, a crocheted yarn closure. I put a little bitty. I got the smallest pin loops that I had because this is really light paper, and I only put. I did put a travel, I put a writing board in all of them. All the paper in these is lined. I went through and copied some of my calligraphy practice paper, so all the paper is lined. So there are no lines on this writing board. It's just for just a hard surface to bear down on. And I think there are only 30 pages in each of these, 15 sheets. Actually, I think I can count them real quick because it's not many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, cool. So so 30 pages. So each of these pamphlets has 30 pages. They all have the same copy paper lines in them. They all have the same crocheted yarn closures that I guess I could attach the closures, because these are 3 whole pamphlet stitch binding, all of them, since it's so few sheets. They're all the same on the inside. It's just the only thing different between them are which writing board they have in them, and which pin loop holder they have on them. Otherwise they're all the same. So that is these. I'll tie those up. I think I'm going to go ahead and attach the closures to them since they're so small. I thought about putting them into a larger book, and that segue into this, where I could actually use this thing that I made here, because really what it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think Treasure Books did 9 on hers, but I did 10 because I wanted it to end, the binding method, I wanted to end at the top instead of the bottom. And I did the binding method slightly different than how she did it. When she did it, she used just 2 books at a time. So she would just cut yarn for 4 lengths of the size of the book for each signature. But instead of doing that, because I didn't want to cut the thread in advance, I wanted it to be one strand from beginning to end. So instead of cutting it to tie it in the knots, I used, I just pulled here, you can see, I kind of tucked this one in. I pulled a loop through of the thread and just used that to tie as I went. And when that loop got too small, I would tie it down and then use it and then pull another loop through. I think if I were to do this again, I would pull a longer loop through so that it would be able to go all the way to the end and not have to have these little places where it's sticking out and whatnot. I'm not going to take it apart or anything like that because I use yarn for this, and that is not coming apart without scissors because it's cotton yarn. So once it's tied, it's there. It's not coming apart. If I'd used wax thread, I probably could have undone that, but not this. So I used this one as the pin loop because I think one of the pages in here has that tape pattern. Oh, this one's kind of loose. I might need to go back and I might need to cut it apart and rebind it again. I could actually do that if this turns out to be not useful. But the reason that I was showing these two together, and maybe I didn't use the keys in there. I was pretty sure I used a key in here. Again, I'm still doing the whole thing where I'm trying to use up my thin, skinny washi tapes. So I use those to do the interior and use the same methods that she used on the, there it is, there's a key. But I don't see the pin. Oh, well, in any case, this is the one that I chose to attach to this one. So I did all the same ones that she did in her video, except the fabric. I did not do the fabric. I have fabric, but I'm not as comfortable using it for these kinds of things yet. I'm not sure I have the right glue for it, to be honest. So I did the book page, just one, and then I did 3 with the napkin, 3 with the craft paper, and I actually went over the craft paper with a metallic sheen glue just to give it a little bit more pop, more color. And I didn't do the painting one either. This one, I love the whole, I ran out of business envelopes actually doing these. I only have like one left. But I really, really love that. I love this idea as a way to decorate or collage covers or whatnot. So 3 of each basically. So napkin, craft paper, business folders, napkin, craft paper, business folders. Or business folders. So I like the way it came out. And so if I have lots of little books like these, instead of having them as individual journals, I could actually put them inside here. So then you could have 10 months, 10 days, 10 whatever. Then you could have, all kinds of things that you could do with the binding this way. I don't think I'm going to take this one apart. I know that there was, I think there's a looseness in there. There's a looseness. I could just, one of the ways that she talked about for tightening them is to just pull the threads together, and that helps them stay. And I just do that. So I'm not going to cut this apart and redo it. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do more of these. It was fun decorating the cardboard, but it wasn't. And it was fun decorating the insides with the washi tape and whatnot. I did sew around them, and this is where I think I really made my sewing machine angry, because I was using double stick tape and sewing through cardboard and sewing through washi tape. So that's where the adhesive really got on the interior workings of my sewing machine. So that method I may not ever do again because I just really, that was not nice to my sewing machine in putting this together. And I refused to give up. So every time it would break, I would redo the thread, scrape off the adhesive, and then try again. So yeah, I want to be nicer to my sewing machine. So this one came out really well. I like the individual ones. I don't know if I will make it into like a collection of little pamphlets like this. I definitely could. That would be a good idea. That is, this one is 8 minutes for just 4 books. So I think I went overboard. But yeah, so that is this one.